A warm welcome to you all. Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new FC 26 career mode series. This time we are taking you to Brentford. They are a team where I do look up the most for the past 4 or 5 years since their promotion to the Premier League back in 2021-2022 season. And of course, as we all know, for the past summer, they have gone a bit of a big transformation per se. And Bremo has gone to Manchester United. Wisa has gone to Newcastle United. Their captain, Norgard, has gone to Arsenal. Their goalkeeper, Fleck, has gone to the German side Leverkusen, and of course Thomas Frank has been appointed by Spurs, which means Keith Andrews will be taking over. But this time it is not going to be Keith Andrews, and it is going to be me, MJ Lee, taking over Brentford for the upcoming series. Brentford play a smart, direct, and adaptable style of football built on efficiency and tactical discipline. They often line up in a 4-5-1 formation, staying compact defensively while looking to break quickly when they win possession. The team is well drilled on set pieces and uses data-driven strategies to gain small advantages in matches rather than dominating possession. Brentford focus on pressing in key areas, moving the ball forward quickly, and creating chances through counterattacks, crosses, and second balls. Let's take a quick look at the squad hub over here. So we have 5 goalkeepers. We're very stacked in that department, but this season with, the domestic Cubs and the Premier League, we are pretty much going to employ 2 of them, which is Keelan Kelleher, who have signed from Liverpool earlier this season. Father Morrison, I believe he joined last season as well, but again, he is pretty much going to be the backup. If not, Kelleher could be playing the entire season. In the defensive department, we are stacked with decent Premier League quality players. On the left side, we got Rico Henry and Lewis Porter. In the middle, we got technically 4 to 5 of them. We got Pinnock, Vandenberg, Nathan Collins, Young, Benjamin Arthur, and also Ayer. On the right side, we are blessed to have Michael Coyote, whom I signed in my Arsenal career mode a couple of career modes ago, and Aaron Hickey will pretty much be the main backup. In the central area, we are filled with experienced players. Jordan Henderson, certainly one of them, making a Premier League return after 2 seasons, and there are more. But then this is going to be a slight problem because 3 of the main players here, Janssen, De Silva, and Janelt, all of their contracts are coming out to an end very soon. I think I might be looking to extend 2 of their contracts. And there are more. There are Yeka, Mahoma. And in terms of young attacking talent, we are stacked with, 4 of them. Malambo, Yarmouk, Damsgaard, and Carvajal. I think for the first season, I want to build my team around Damsgaard. We all know how good quality of a player he is. In real life, of course, Reece Nelson joining Brentford on loan from Arsenal. Will I make a permanent signing? Might be. I'm a pretty big Nelson fan, and you guys know I'm a huge Arsenal fan. I really do want to help Nelson to secure a permanent home, but in terms of attacking force, we only got 1, which is Yago Thiago. I wouldn't be surprised he will be playing all 38 games plus the cup competitions together. I've disabled the first transfer window of the save, which means I will not be making any signings or selling any players in the first transfer window until January hits, but as of right now, we have about £46.2 million to work with. I'm not sure if FC 26 has altered the objectives for career mode, but they have made it so much simpler. There are times where you have to sign 3 North American players, or you have to maintain certain finances in order to carry on to the next season, which is absolutely weird. But as of right now, for the short-term objectives, we have 2. The main ones, Premier League, we have to finish mid-table, and for the FA Cup, we have to reach to the round of 16. Alright, this is going to be a bit of a fun one for me as I did not experience fully of the youth academy in my Arsenal career mode. That squad were stacked with quality players, so I didn't really see the necessities to dwell into the youth academy too much. And we all know Brentford, employed or deploy more of a money ball theory system, which means they kind of grow their players from within, sell them for a profit, maintain the level of the squad. But for us, we're doing that same theory, but this time we are using those players either sell for profit or stay within the club and grow individually and help us achieve glory. So for the assisting youth squad, we don't really have a lot of players, good players in my opinion. The only player that I will keep as of right now will be Michael Marxia. Usually I would love to hire all 3 scouts in the career mode, but the market is relatively poor in terms of the personnel despite us having a very sizable transfer budget. We only got 1 scout in the system now, which is Dixon. He is going to be sent to Europe, more importantly, more of a youth, a local talent per se, 9 months, but let's see what do we need? I think we need attacking players and wide players. We don't have that a lot. We were stacked with defenders, central players, and even goalkeepers. So right now, we certainly do need a few more attacking players. Let's talk about the tactics for Brentford. I could be totally wrong, but this is my perception of how they play. They're more of a counter-attacking football team. I've seen a few goals where they kind of bump the ball up to Thiago up front. I think the most famous one has to be the one against Manchester United. But yes, they play counterattack football, deploying a 4-2-3-1 wide formation. Build-up style is going to be counter, which means we're pretty much stacking quite a lot of players at the back and hit the opposition with a counterattack. Player roles. Callagher will be pretty much a goalkeeper back four. I have wing backs for both of our fullbacks. And for Collins and Vandenberg, the 2 CBs are going to be traditional defenders. In the middle, we have 2 CDMs, so we have to be a little bit more careful in terms of going forward. But yes, Henderson will be roaming, I would say so. But again, one of them will be ball winning. The other one will be more of a, given more of a freedom going back and forth. And the attacking players that we are mainly going to be using on the counterattack has to be Sade, Damsgaard, and also Ouattara. Front 3, we just got to bump the ball forward to Thiago. I think he could be very good at it. As you all know, we have a lot of center midfielders in the squad, but the majority of them will be shifted to more of a central defensive midfielders role. So I think some of them it takes shorter for them to convert to a CDM. Some of them takes longer. So Jansen's going to take him 188, I believe so. So I'm not gonna touch that. But for Janot, Nyanka, Milambo actually will be a central attacking midfielder. I think he might thrive better there. And Yarmouk will be a central defensive midfielder as well. These are the players that are shortlisted, and remember, these players are linked to Brentford at some point for the past few months, even in the summer transfer window. And as you all know, I disabled the transfer window for the first one, which means I can't buy or sell any players. I'm not going to read them name by name, but instead, I'm just going to allow you guys to take a quick look. Some of them could be more of a surprise for you, but some of them are an actual link in real life. Currently, there are 6 players. Their contracts are coming to an end within 12 months. So we got to figure out what to do with some of these players. But a couple of them, I'm pretty determined I am not going to extend the contract. One of them is Josh Da Silva. I think he has pretty much reached to the end of his tenure with Brentford. Parts Harris is also one of them, 22 euro, 67 rated. I doubt he's going to continue. I think Hickey could be a very good option for us. Carry on to the next season, same as Rico Henry. But I think right now, I'm just going to take a chill pill and wait and see. I don't really do coach management, but for the sake of this career mode, I am just going to do it. We can hire 11 coaches in total, but once you filter everybody out, we got some really good options. So I'm just going to go ahead and sim through this, and I will show you guys the result in the end. Since we deploy counter-attacking football, I've hired a few coaches that are expert in that department. So which is going to help us in terms of play development. So for example, Thiago, instead of taking 36 weeks for him to have an upgrade in his rating, right now it's going to take 18. When you scroll down a little bit, it also gives you a better idea of how these works. So yeah, I'm just going to once in a while update you guys of how the coaches are doing with the players. I feel like I didn't do too well in my previous Arsenal career mode in terms of having a proper conversation with the players and trying to achieve what they want. So I was talking about Rico Henry with this contract situation, and right here, he just let me know that he is, he's liking it here. He wants to stay, and he is ready to sit down and discuss, new terms with him. If that's the case, I will be extending his contract. It's my first time doing contract negotiation in FC26 Korea mode, so it's a little bit new to me. Certainly the UI, the font looks a little bit different than FC25, but the only thing that I don't really like is the fact that the words blend perfectly in with the background images, so I hope the game's gonna improve that part. But let's look at Rico Henry's wages. So I'm going to increase by $6,000, which is fine. I mean, yeah, I extend his contract to 3 years, but he might be offloaded in the next summer. Who knows? But again, we were able to retain his value. I've got news of 3 of our players have successfully changed their position. Yonald is one of them. He unfortunately did not get an upgrade, but Oyeka actually went up by 1, and Malambo stayed the same, which is totally fine. We have also received news that Josh Da Silva wanted to stay, but if I'm being totally honest, he is not in my plan for the next summer. If that's the case, I would dismiss the renewal. I'm kind of happy that they have added this section over here. Before it was just release, player, delegate, renewal, or contract negotiation, but right now they added a new section for us to dismiss renewal. It's my first time pressing this, so let's see what's gonna help us. Oh, I think it should be fine. I don't think it's gonna cause any trouble within the team. October 1st is here. It's time to check out our first ever Academy report. Let's see from Dixon. And did he get us any good players? Unfortunately not. I'm not gonna waste time on some of these players. I'm just gonna release all of them. And this is a perfect opportunity for us to hire more scouts. Right now, we have more options out there. So Noah Godino, I think that's how you pronounce his name, will be hired, and we'll figure out where he's going to go. But let's see if we're going to get another one. Unfortunately not. It's fine. I'm not going to, waste any more money. I try to hire scouts on, every first of the month, just to get a bit of a unity. I'm a little bit OCD in certain departments. So, okay, the next one, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to send this scouts to Africa. So we all know, Weza was part of a very good, system. Same as Brahim, I forgot where he's actually from. We got to figure that out. But since Wisa, it's a attacker from Congo, I'm going to send our scout to Congo and find a second, is it Wisa? I think it's Wisa. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. But again, we're already scouting a Y department and front department as well. It wouldn't be the worst if we scouted again. So I'm just gonna send him all the way to Africa. Usually I would say I'm pretty good at geography, but Michael Marxer is from Liechtenstein, right? I could be wrong. I could be very wrong with that. But in terms of his height, he's not quite there yet. 15 euro. He still have a long way to go. We have more contract situation over here. Janssen, Yonald, and Hickey are keen to stay. I wouldn't mind to give them a new contract because even if I want to sell him, I can certainly sell him in the next summer. At least we're able to retain their value. But for Parts Harris, I am just going to dismiss his renewal. So it's done. Hickey, Yonald, and Janssen, I have extended the contract to 3 years and 4 years respectively, but only given them a little bit of a pay increase. I cannot believe I'm seeing the Spurs have lifted the first trophy of the season. Oh God, sure it's a glorified friendly, but I'll still count that as a trophy. But on the serious note, we have our first opener, Premier League opener against Nottingham Forest very soon. But before that, I want to go to the settings because I've been complaining about the gameplay in my previous Arsenal career mode. So I've changed it up a little bit. So hopefully it's going to be better. I heard words that there was an update in terms of the difficulty. I haven't tried it on per se, but I want to give something a try. I want to turn on the difficulty to authentic. So the gameplay is a little bit slower, it's more authentic, it's more real in my opinion. So everything's going to be slowed down a little bit, more errors on both sides. And this is what I'm craving for. Not craving for. That's such a weird way to say it, but injury frequency, I bumped that up to 75, or the game has bumped that up to 75, and severity has gone down to 30. In my last career mode, I don't think anybody got an injury. If there's only one per se. CPU slider is going to be dynamic training. I'm turning everything on. Again, these settings are done during the initial setup, but I've been pretty transparent with you guys in terms of the training plan. I don't touch it at all. So some players recover quicker than the others, while the other players could be suffering from fitness issue. Then I will, rotate that player. Again, it's all for the realism purposes. Transfer, as I said, I disabled the first transfer window to keep everything realistic. I think everything has been the same. If you guys are asking me about the camera, it is going to be co-op. You're able to see a little bit more visual. I turn some of them on and off, but again, it's really based on personal preference. And of course, for the audio, I turned that completely off. I have been recording this for the past hour and a half, and finally, I'm able to play this beautiful game. We have Nottingham Forest away from home at the City Ground, and this is going to be the lineup for the opener. Callagher in goal. Back forward, we have Lewis Porter, Collins, Vandenberg, Coyote in the middle. We have Yarmouk and Henderson and Damsgaard. Wide two players. Oh my god, it's gonna mess my wording for a little bit. Shot on the left, Watara on the right, and up front we have Yago Thiago. It's time to grab our first win of the season. Let's see if we are going to achieve that. As I said, I don't watch Brentford that much, but this lineup is really based on their past few lineups against the Premier League side, and I think this could be the strongest one for them. It's quite balanced in all area, especially in the middle. And as I said, I love to build the team around Damsgaard. He has been really good for... What's going on here? Oh my god, are we getting some sort of a nonsense? What the hell is that? There are a lot of passing going around for Nottingham Forest, and finally, they lost possession. And here's Yarmouk over the top to shot. I think he's onside. Should be onside. It sets that up to the middle. And oh, that's a good effort by Thiago. He has to hit the target. Good tackle. Damsgaard turning, finding Yarmouk. And over the top, finding Shada, who has been really bright so far in this first half. To the middle to Damsgaard. Oh, that's a good block by Murillo. We're getting closer and closer for our first goal of the season. And here comes a corner kick from Damsgaard. Not the best. And we can go for another cross in the middle to Shada. Oh! Another great save by Matt Shelds. How have we not scored there? Another corner. We'll see. And finally, we scored. 44 minutes in. Who is this? Is it Vandenberg? Vandenberg has scored the first goal of the 2025-2026 seasons. And what a way to kick things started. Honestly, Nottingham Forest has been passing the ball around. They haven't had an attacking bit yet. We might have to revisit that difficulty or sliders at one point very soon. But Matt Sells has been great this season, or great this game. But he has to be 100% saving that pretty much right at him. Oh, God, that is atrocious. Oh, that's a great ball to Hassan Odoi on the left. Could this be the first attack? First chance for Forest. Chris Wood trying to bend it to the far corner, but that didn't really pay off. With about 2 more minutes to go, I think we can say that we got our first win. We've got to make sure we don't concede here, but that's a great ball. Shot to the middle, and that is going to be game over because Malambo, I thought it was Calvert-Howe for a second, have scored his first goal for the club on his debut. I believe this is a debut, guys, but yeah, what a win for us. I mean, it is going to be a tough season. We have Noah Bremo, Wissa, and even Norgard, so it is a completely different dynamic, but we added a little bit more experience, a little bit more of a talent up front as well, but that's a great finish, and I'm sure the game is going to be over after this, and the referee should be blowing the whistle very soon, and there you go, 2-0 away from home for the first win of the season. I've always been critical with the difficulty of career mode, but this is something we still have to talk about it because Nottingham Forest have 56% possession. Expected goals is 0.1. Shots, they only have 1, but look at us. We make the most tackle. We make 20 in total. Expected goals 2.9. I'm not saying that this Brentford team, it's not capable of creating 2.9 expected goals, but it also shows, the pure quality of what we're getting for career mode. I think I'll leave it here. Maybe I will include more matches in the upcoming episode, but essentially this is the first one of the series, so gotta cut it a little bit shorter. But that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in a bit.